from a month before the 2024 election. Let's read this tweet. That's all I want us to read from this article. This says it all. So this guy says, competent white men must be in charge if you want things to work. So that statement alone identifies him as a white supremacist, right? And it definitely shows his qualification for being a part of this second Trump administration. He goes on to say, however, unfortunately, our entire national ideology is predicated on coddling the feelings of women and minorities and demoralizing competent white men. I mean, stone cold white supremacists here. That's what these words are. He believes white men are superior. Competent white men must be in charge if you want things to work. If you got blacks involved in things, things are not going to work. If you got women involved, things are not going to work. They only work when you have competent white men, not competent men and or women, but competent white men. That is pure white supremacy. Pure. All right? So if the second Trump administration is filled with such people, can you not see that this is about race more than anything else? Okay? And so Trump is also using his DEI war in the private sector.
Good day, family.
But in the
of course, I'm
private
watching
sector,
Defiant Lawyers Network.
Blacks. Okay. Yeah, now you got some blacks who say anti-DI is more about gays and women. No, don't listen to these low information people. This battle has
good day, family,
and
gratitude.
Race. It's always been about race. But what's even more troubling is what Trump told Christians.
It's almost done. If we can
he said, vote for me, vote me back in, and you won't have to vote again because I'm going to fix it. So what does that mean? Does that mean that there'll be no more voting? That he will declare himself president for life in 2028? Or some other MAGA will be chosen to be president? Folks, we're literally seeing the fulfillment of the last day prophecies that are written in scripture. These are very concerning days as Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, not just America, in the world, gain control of everyone's private information, very private information that you entrust the government with. Social security numbers, income, medical information. Elon or is getting close to getting it.
Yeah, he got everything.
Because he is helping MAGA clear out all those progressives in the federal government so that they can put MAGA loyalists in those positions who will not fight Trump's anti-black agenda. So we're literally seeing a white supremacy takeover, which is really just a continuation of the white backlash that we started experiencing after Obama was reelected. That's where we are. And you need to know about this. You need to know exactly what's going on. All right, I am Reverend and Civil Rights Attorney Augustus Corbett. Thank you again for watching this video. And never, ever forget, always remember to stay woke.
That was our brother, and he's an attorney, a civil rights attorney, Augustus Corbett. He's with the Defiant Lawyers Network. I do check out a lot of the others because I'm not even really familiar with politics. But now is the time. I think it was since Obama. I started, becoming a little familiar with politics because it's never even been an interest of mine. And then, of course, I thought that the people that were in position were doing their jobs. But however, it comes to be that that's not even the case, not even remotely the case. And what Trump is doing, everybody's going to feel it. Everybody's going to feel what Trump is doing. And, everybody got to get through it the best way they can. Everybody got to get through it the best way they can. But for my people, I say we get through it together. It's time for us to come together, America. That's it and that's all. We keep ignoring us. We're going to find ourselves in the worst situation. And again, we already know ain't nobody coming to help us. Ain't nobody coming to save us. We're always the ones to help and be there for other people. Other people like that. What is going on with my system? It seems to be loading and stuff. But it's so good to see you all. And yeah, we did finish Brave Black First. 50 plus African American women who changed the world. We finished it. There's really nothing else to do with the book unless we read a little more of the end, which is the some more insight on the heroes inside the book. But this is a perfect book, y'all. When you're ready to read to your baby and stuff, if you haven't added this book to your personal library, this is an awesome book. All of the illustrations, y'all, are top notch. Your babies would love these books as they learn about our heroes and our sheroes. Things that we are not. Look at Shirley Chisholm. Let me maximize this screen. I don't know why I imagined the illustrator as a young black girl, but she could very well be an adult. I'm just saying her illustrations are phenomenal in this book. Yeah. Look at Wilma Rudolph. While you read the story, your baby would love, your child, your daughter, even your son, would love just watching the pictures as you read the knowledge from each one. This is awesome. This is fabulous. And we finished that book. So we will be starting another book during the noontime on our heroes and sheroes. As you know, we did finish Black Heroes A to Z. Then we finished African Americans, their impact on United States history. So yeah, we're getting there. I ain't never just read to other folks other than my own babies, and people in my life, we might read a little bit, a chapter or something just to say, hey, look at what's in this book. But other than that, no, I ain't never just read to people, Yeah, it's just something that's really uncommon. And I think we should make it common again. If we're all in a place together, we're waiting on the appointment, whether you're at a doctor's office, the food shelf, the clothes shelf, I don't know, wherever you could be. When I go out and stuff, if I don't have a book with me and they have newspapers out, like one of them is Insight News. You can find all kind of newspapers. They have them in the side stores and stuff. Just get you one of those. Keep it with you. When you go to a lot of places, they got reading literature there. And I love to read, so I always end up grabbing me something to read. And when we find ourselves together in those places and stuff, it's okay to try to talk to us, try to open up the conversation. And, just read to each other. We got to start somewhere. We have to start somewhere. And it's not like we are strangers. We are enemies. We were made strangers and made enemies. But I don't see y'all like my enemies. I do not see my people as my enemies. Even our most hurt ones, most vulnerable, most needed ones. I see us as a hurt people and indoctrinated people. And we willing to hurt ourselves. That's how I see us and stuff. I see that we are still worthy of the fight. We are still worthy of being together. The unity of us is like the unity of us is being made more minuscule, more unneeded. But that's not true. That is not true. I know we think we got a lot of friends out here. We believe it. We have a lot of friends out here, but we can't keep forsaking our people. We can't keep forsaking our people. And yeah, it may seem like it's individually. I live my own life how I want to individually, and we do. We have. But at some point, we got to start taking consideration for our people. It's not just about us all the time. It's not just about us all the time. We are leaving a set future for our babies if we don't wake up and start doing for us. It's not about us and our happiness anymore. Ain't we obtained all the happiness, all the freedom, all the joy, and the pacifiers, all the pillars of comfort that you can receive? Now it's time to start creating and building and thinking for what we got to leave for our babies here. I'm last at the fight. I feel like it. I made it here last. So I feel like I have a whole lot of catching up, making amends to make sure that my own babies, my friends and family's babies, your babies, our babies are okay. That's me. That's my purpose. What I got to do. I don't know what other folks got to do. I just hope we find out real soon, because we out of time to be, back and forth. We out of time to not know whose side we are on, Black America. The world is literally on fire. Not just this burning house we're in. Can you imagine when we get out of this burning house and run out into society, the rest of the world, and the rest of the world on fire? Hey, we got to make sure we okay. Somebody better dig a moat or something. I don't know. We just got to come together and figure it out. The greatest creators, inventors, right here in America, the greatest. This right here, what we gonna read. Remember, I started this yesterday when I found this right here. Some more Black history. Some more Black history. That's mainly all I be on this stuff. Sometimes I watch other stuff, of course. But mostly I find my way back to Black media, Black knowledge. Because that's who I am. Yeah. So good day. It's good to see everybody. I am Face the Nation, and we are on Bolden Unchained. Again, we're here to read something. We're going to learn something. I'm going to learn from you, or you're going to learn from me, but we're here to learn something. We're here to assist Black America and Black media. That's why I'm here. That's the only reason I came right here. I was okay and content with just, reaching the ones that I find myself in spaces with. I don't have no problem when I'm out and about and I see my people. I don't have a problem speaking to my people, greeting my people. I don't just say hello and good morning. Hey, good morning. I go in depth when I speak to my people because I'm sincere with it. My people are where my joy comes from when I go outside. I don't go outside and look for other people to be with and talk with and stuff because I can't talk about these things with everybody. Other people don't want to hear about Black heroes and inventors and scientists and experts and professionals. So, in my life, I'm not saying you in your life, maybe all your friends do welcome it. Maybe they come and tell you some stuff. They should. But as for me personally, I'm just for my people. I am for the liberation of my people. That's it, and that's all. I want to find out what happened to Black America. That's why I'm here. So yeah, I'm Face the Nation. We are on Bolden Unchained, and we're here to assist Black America and Black media with the uncovering of the many and the condemning. I'm gonna condemn a lot of stuff. I'm gonna criticize a lot of stuff that has happened to my people. That's why I'm here. I'm not here for other things. I'm just here for Black people. I don't advocate harm to any other people or nothing like that because I ain't no violent person. I could be a mean drunk if I'm drinking liquor and stuff. I don't even drink. I'd rather stay sober and focused. I do. Maybe it's the maturing of life. We decide what's more important. Remember our mothers and grandmothers used to tell us to pick your battles. Well, I picked mine, and mine is Black people, fighting for Black people, the liberation of Black people, the future of my people. Black genetic survival. Ain't that what white folks said? Ain't that what they so concerned on? Dr. Francis Chris Wilson said it. White genetic survival. That's what motivates and propels them. I don't see how. Why would you be so evil and just inhumane for your genetic survival? Shouldn't you be trying to find ways and routes to prolong and live on. You know, I mean, ain't that the end goal? We want our genetic, our people. We want it to live on, you know. So yeah, I'm kind of like, you know, white America didn't really think these things through. So yeah, I am here, even if I'm by myself. I'm here to blanking out on me. Yeah, we probably keep it short. I know my battery is low, so we'll go. We're just gonna go. We're here to uncover the many agendas, events, projects, operations, plans, laws, acts, compromises, studies. It's so much, y'all, experiments that has been done on Black people, and we don't know. A lot of us do have no idea the locomotive riding on us, been riding on us. And this new locomotive that's coming up, y'all, it don't even really need gas. It don't even need a driver. I'm talking about artificial intelligence. I mean, you finna see the futuristic world with flying cars, robotic dogs. That's the world that's been, you know, planned and put into play. And I believe soon enough, we're going to see Black media letting us know what's out on the streets. They haven't said yet that robots are out on the street yet, but I have seen videos. They're in factories, they're in warehouses, they in some coffee shops. I don't drink coffee like that and stuff. Y'all, I don't even drink coffee, maybe a cup of coffee, Folgers or whatever in your coffee pot. But I don't just go to places and drink coffee and lattes and stuff. But they have these machines that's pretty much taking the jobs of people. I think it's by 2030, like 800,000 jobs will be obsolete. Yep. And, you know, I do have the paper of when I listened to that article and I wrote down the notes and stuff. The jobs there was like the high-end creative jobs and stuff. It was talking about like graphic designers and stuff of that nature, because it was telling if that is your profession. I wrote down some notes in the bottom of it of how you can stay relevant in your job duty, because AI is still going to need a human conscience, you know, to monitor it. In my opinion, we can't just let those we don't see and those we don't know be in control of this, I don't know, this mechanical monster that they building up. So yeah, you know, with your jobs and stuff, we are going to need the human conscience there. You know, I don't know what robots do. I don't know. I just seen in some of the movies I watched and stuff, they were saying that the robots can take on their own mind. They're learning. So, you know, it's a whole new world. It's unprecedented. All of this is unprecedented. And you know what I think? Oh, good day, Mississippi Tas Bobby. Tas Baby. However you, I don't mean to mispronounce your name. But hi, it's so good to see you. Good day and gratitude. Thank you for your patience and your presence here. And so, yeah, we look at through a spiritual lens here because I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I am not religious. Black Jesus over there on my wall, I believe in Black Jesus because I learned about Simeon Toko. You know, I've always believed in something's up there, a higher power, if you will. I've always believed in a higher power. I knew something created man. I knew something created man as we are, you know, but I don't believe that it's a Jesus or a God sitting in the sky and stuff. I believe that it's only cosmic energy. And I don't mean to say only as minuscule. I mean only as in he has no name. It has no name, in my opinion. I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I don't believe there's a man sitting in the sky or spook, a spirit sitting in the sky waiting on us to receive us. I believe it's cosmic energy in the skies. That's what I believe, you know. And I believe that it's for us. That's how we came here. We, Black people, were manifested from the cosmos. It wasn't no big bang, as they say. The cosmos manifested us. That's why we are the superior people. We are the parents of all people. That alone, to me, makes us superior, makes us the supreme. If the cosmos made us, then yeah, you quite possibly going back to the cosmos. See, not having knowledge of any of this right here, and when I did get it, and it started resonating with me, where I had to pay attention to it and focus on it, that's all you have to do. Stay true to yourself. That's what I did. I don't, like I said, I'm not religious. I don't believe in Jesus Christ, walking on water, feeding 5,000 people with 2 fish. I don't believe in those. No, you believe in those stories, and that's fine. Because I can believe that Simeon Toko stopped a helicopter in mid-air, a black man, a man so pure, like you say your Jesus is. Simeon Toko was that pure also, if not more so. And the government, his government, knowing of his pureness, his connections with the cosmos, tried to kill him, assassinate him like they did so many others. And he didn't let him do it. He told him, no, put my heart back in my body. I guess they were going to dismember him. And he stopped the helicopter, made him take him back. But the last time, he's a story. It's a lesson. It's a lesson. And he was from the Congo. And the last time his government tried to kill him, the story that I read said that he told him, all right, you're trying to kill me, I'll leave, but I'll be back. That's the Jesus that said, I'll be back. And when I come, it's others like me coming. So to me, in all of my studying and learning, because I didn't know anything, these are the Jesuses he talking about. This coming back with him. This is who's coming back with him. John Hartfield, Maurice Mays, Jesse Thornton, Jeff Brown, Joe Ruff and his sons. That's who coming back. Mary Turner, Malcolm X. Everybody's coming back on the behalf of Black people. That's who's coming back. And that's why I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. You know, I know, I wish you the best. I know Black people need hope. I know we need hope. And I can agree that you should keep yours if that's where your hope is. Yep, you should keep yours. I think at one time I thought I was going to heaven. Yes. Because that was the end. That was all heaven. But no, not to me. I ended up learning different. And to me, it's the best lesson that I could have learned and embraced. Because, I'm not going to heaven with them folks. I'm not going to spend my life on this planet and my eternity with the same people. These people have, how did George Fraser put it? They have justified morally, spiritually, biblically. They have justified the inhumane, cannibalistic nature that they have. They've hidden it, justified it. They justified it, hid it. And we allegedly think that it's gone. We think that they miraculously healed. I don't know. Do we think we healed? We ain't never had no therapy. We ain't never had no help. No, we ain't had no amount of healing. Us achieving, that had to be our healing. Us achieving the goals and the aspirations that we set out for us, that had to be our healing. But as far as receiving sincere healing for the traumas that our ancestors have endured, the struggles and the inherited fear of white people, we inherited all of that. We don't know why we so docile with white folks, unless she really piss us off. We don't know why we choose particular words with white folks. We got a different actions. I didn't even know about the 2 masks that Black people have, Black America has. One when we together and another when we around white folks. I guess that, come from the slave days and stuff. Because, when the slaves was together, they could be free. But when they're around the white folks and stuff, they had to be invisible. This is the lesson that must be taught. It should have been taught. It should have never stopped being taught. And now today, when we see the world on fire, Trump in there avenging white supremacists and stuff, the whole world is going to hell in a handbasket. Yep. The whole world is on fire. We still in this burning house Martin tried to get us out of. So we got some work to do for us. We got to save us. I mean, there's no if, ands, and buts about it. Why would we come out and try to save everybody else instead of saving us now? It's going to be casualties. It's going to be fatalities. Everybody ain't going to make it. Everybody's not going to make it. But we can't be fearful. I think that's why we don't try to question the afterlife. Is it just heaven and hell? Is that all it is? That can't be all it is. Heaven and hell. Why? Why is it just heaven and hell? But that's how we learn. I'm from the South. We only had God and Jesus. Nobody made sure that Jehovah's Witnesses were down there. Jehovah's Witness. My mother tried to become one when we were kids, but with four little ones, we weren't really trying to give up Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween and Easter, because Jehovah's don't celebrate holidays and stuff, and especially our birthdays. So I can imagine we made it really difficult for my mother. She kept getting the what's their newspapers that they would send out. She kept getting those to the end of her demise, when she went over to the ancestors and stuff. But she didn't try to join them anymore and take that away from us. And I kind of wish she had her, because now we are adding to the spending that we do for every holiday. We can't get one holiday past Black people without us going out spending money, buying, and missing the total meaning of those holidays. So, I see things differently. And what? For the species by the night. Oh, I'm going to speak as I'm speaking. I'm learning as I go. Y'all that already know these things right here, you were supposed to be out teaching them. That's what you were supposed to be doing. So, yeah, I want everybody to know I'm learning as I go. I'm not sitting up here telling you that I already know these things. No. I didn't already know these things. I didn't know about our Black scientists and inventors and all the many contributions that my people have invented and created to make our life for everybody easier. Initially, it was for the slaves, because the slaves made life easier for them. So they didn't have to get up and move these hot vats of juice, boiling hot sugarcane juice to make sugar. That was Norbert Rillis. He made that device. And the Black slaves, the Black women, they called it the Jamaican train, because they had to move that boiling hot juice. I see it as like the foundry. That's how hot, when I read it, that it seemed to be. But he made the device to make their lives much easier. See, everything that was invented by Black people at that time, it was made for other Black people so that they could have an easier life. Slavery was hard as hell. And then to think that it very well could be cotton on the other side of them clouds. No, I'm not going there. I welcome learning something new, and I still do. So yeah, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious and stuff. I don't forgive white people. I don't forgive white people for what's happened. White people ain't even told you that the babies y'all got together, it was their great-great-granddaddy that hung John Hartfield. Yeah, that little tallow on your mulatto baby's great auntie's ring, great auntie's ring that her mother's mother gave her, whatever. That ain't no rabbit's foot. That is not a rabbit's foot that lady been toting around all these decades. No, she got that off the Black man that they lynched in one of these books right here. We don't even know these things. I mean, if you can't imagine some of this lingering, some of the residue still being here, then you're probably in the wrong place. I'll find you somewhere. See, I didn't come here to need people to be here with me. I came here because my ancestors told me to get up and read. They told me what to start reading. Red Summer was our first book here. I would have sat down right here and started reading Helen Keller. Something that would have had us all crying and feeling like Uncle Tom felt about that little white girl. Instead of seeing the whole multiverse in the babies' eyes that we got, the babies that we birthed. I would have missed all of that. So see, I'm not here for nobody. You know, I'm just here to teach like my ancestors told me. And they already told me, I know I ain't going to resonate with everybody. Hell, everybody still ain't ready for SETI. Everybody still ain't ready for SETI. So I know ain't nobody ready for me. Ain't nobody going to stay here for me. I know it's only a few that feel like I do, that love who I love like I do. So see, yeah, you can't buy me. I don't need your I'm glad you're here. I appreciate your presence and your patience, but it's not needed. Don't make yourself feel like you have to stay here because you don't. See, you don't. There's plenty other black medias out there. I be listening to them too when I ain't on here. I ain't never just sat down so long, you know, but we all got to do what we got to do. We all got a purpose. You ain't supposed to be on mines if it's irritating you. You supposed to go somewhere else. That's like sitting at a fight that you have nothing to do with. Everybody done pulled out guns, knives, box razors and stuff, and you standing right there like it's your fight. No, you supposed to go. You know your heart beating fast. You done broke out in a sweat. You watching everybody. Oh, shit, she done pulled out a box. Oh, shit, there's a butcher knife. Well, damn, that over there, somebody got a machete. Somebody got guns and stuff. You ain't supposed to be in that fight. You supposed to be somewhere else. So, yeah, please don't do that to yourself. I still love you. I still want us all to know that this right here is just a pit stop. But, you know, I see you somewhere else. My name's still the same. I'm still the same. I will see y'all somewhere else. Do not irritate yourself thinking that you got to sit here with me and you got to teach me and chastise me because that girl gonna spend her whole life in heaven. No, I'm not. No, I ain't gonna spend in heaven or hell. I'm going to the afterlife. That's where I'm going. Face. I'm not going to heaven. No, I'm not going to heaven with white folks. I done spent my whole life right here with white folks. I'm not trapping myself in heaven with their asses. And they ain't even done no therapy here for themselves. If white folks have got therapy for their mentality, why they ain't told us? Why they have not told us? See, they willing to let you, Black America, think that everybody else got this mentality against blacks, anti-black. When hell it started from white folks, it came from white folks. Just because you mingle, marry, and procreate don't mean that that's your unconditional love. That don't mean that the benefit of your safety, your prosperity is what they are seeking, is their final, desire. We don't even feel that for our own people. A lot of us don't. So why we think that the very person, our true open enemy, just to say, we apologize for slavery. It should have never happened. So, well, why the hell is it still happening? These practices that white folks have put up. Why? And why is white folks letting Donald Trump, they cool with it? With Donald Trump avenging white supremacy. Oh, now everybody in an uproar now because everybody see Black America like, oh, shit, fuck all y'all asses. Fuck all of y'all asses. You didn't see, people didn't even think about themselves and what it was going to cost them to be supporting that man. All they thought about was, oh, shit, yeah, now we finna get Black America back. Now they asses finna get it. Now, everybody finna get it. Everybody finna get it. And it's too late for us to come out saving everybody. Them days are gone. All the many times Black America done stood up, and I'm talking about America because this is where I'm at. This is where I see my people don't come together, don't get along, don't help each other, don't love each other. That's why right here I'm starting with America. I didn't know I had this huge that my ancestors wanted me to do this huge, I don't know, speaking to our people, but they are tired of being ignored. Our ancestors. I don't know why your pastor and them don't talk about it. Everybody together at church. He get up there with that book and tell everything. But where's the healing? Where's the healing for our people? They ain't teaching it. If it's in the book, they haven't taught it because we ain't healed. We still can't come together. We still can't help each other. Y'all sitting in churches now. A lot of our people, Black Americans, is sitting in church now hating on the one on the other pew because everything she got on is color-coded. I know. Beats the hell out of me. Sister got on a money green hat. Big, beautiful hat. Somebody else on the other side mad at sister in church because it's become like a fashion show. It's become like a fashion show. I just want Black America, it ain't blasphemy to ask the pastor questions. We sitting there all them hours and stuff. I'm even trying to talk to y'all. Can't somebody at least raise their hand up and ask the pastor, what's really in heaven? Who's really in heaven? Did all these people, pastor, do you believe that all these people in these books right here, and there's so many of them, I ain't read but 3. I ain't read but 3. You seen me. But honey, it's so many books, and I'm going to read them all. I'm going to read them all because I want to know. I don't care if I done made it to 93, and I'm on my last book. I'm going to read it because we need to know what's really going on, why we really feel like this about each other. The world is literally on fire, and Black people can't even say, hey, let's get out of this smoke. Let's take care of us now because we too traumatized. We are too traumatized, and everybody know. Everybody know, every people, especially in this country, every people know, people in the other countries, in other parts of the world, they asses know. Then when they get here, they treat us just like white folks do because they know we ain't finna confront white America. We ain't finna ask white America, just what the hell is y'all ulterior motive with us? What do y'all even got in mind here? Now you don't want to be human. You're building up this whole futuristic world. What does that mean for Black people? Do y'all even think about it? What the hell does that mean for Black people? I mean, I feel like we don't even think because our dedicated ignorance is so palpable. Yeah, that's one of my new words, Our dedicated ignorance is so ingrained in us now. We can't even see our way through it with each other. No, we can't see our way through it with each other. I imagine a whole lot of y'all probably mad as hell that face. When I get off, I bet y'all be cussing me out during the daytime, the nighttime, but I throw it right back at your ass because I'm not religious. You ain't supposed to be here. If I'm irritating you, you're supposed to go somewhere else where you can be peaceful. You can be calm. You can learn your lessons. You can talk with other like-minded peoples. I'm just looking for like-minded people that think like me so we can reach our uneducated. See, a lot of y'all up in here and stuff, some of y'all are meant to be my teachers because I didn't even know. Oh, you can't sway me from what I believe, where I'm going. You cannot sway me on that part. Let that be understood. I know where I'm going, and I'm going to the afterlife. To be specific, I'm going to the 12th universe, the 12th of never. Like Earth, Wind, and Fire sang in that one song, the 12th of never. That's where I'm going. I'm not going to heaven with these folks. Why would I? Right here on my whole lifetime, right here on Earth with them, why would I want to spend eternity? Life ever after, forever and ever and ever and ever with white folks. Why? And then y'all talking about it's so peaceful in heaven. Ain't no hunger, ain't no pain, ain't no sickness in heaven. It don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. So you mean to tell me all these people made it to heaven and they ain't had no therapy? They ain't talked, they ain't told you, Black America, nothing. You just gonna follow white folks forever. Well, you're gonna be following by yourself because that's not me. I just want y'all to know I am not religious. Go somewhere else. And I just now found out George Fraser. I just found George Fraser. I have my own mentor, Dr. Phil Valentine. I love Dr. Phil Valentine, Dr. John Henry Clark, It's so many of them. And I love them. I listen to them. Dick Gregory, Dr. Francis Chris Wells. I listen to them. But I'm still learning too. But I ain't going to be swayed of where to spend my eternity. Ain't no lake of fire as far as I'm concerned. If you believe in that lake of fire, then you're not meant to be here. If this not going to sway you, if it's irritating you so much, you can't open your mind up about where you going to spend your eternity, then yeah, you need to go somewhere where you'll be able to go to your eternity in peace. You'll find out when you get there who's there. Hey, I'm just saying what I read in the book. That man said that he revived the Ku Klux Klan because he had a spiritual vision of men galloping across the sky in the map, the shape of the United States. I thought about it for about 2.5 seconds. I ain't never known of no other people in no robes, on no horses, except for the Klansmen. Hell, but then he revived the Klansmen, so that's who it was. That's who he saw. That's who he saw. See, white folks was reading one thing. Black folks, when we could read, we were reading the other. These right here are kind of like Bibles of white folks. I know when you go to their house and stuff, everybody see the King James Bible, or whatever your Bible is, because it's a lot of them I see. I'm going to get all of them for us so we can read it and stuff too. But I won't be swayed. I believe what I believe. I just want to read it and stuff because I got my scriptures that I want to know too of the Bible. I know folks say it's the book is about us. Then tell it. Y'all the one let them put the white man up there and fuck up black people mentality. The book do say he got bronze feet, kinky hair like mine. But hell, then you sat there and put a white man in front of us. Ain't nobody reading like that. Ain't nobody reading like that. To distinguish, the whole truth of it, the solitude of it. Ain't nobody reading like that. What we see, even now, when you say Jesus Christ, most people see the white man. Most people see the white man, the picture, because it's visual first. It's visual first. For a long time, I had to tell myself when I see the white man and stuff, I had to put Simeon Toko in there. For me, I had to put Simeon Toko in there because it was like a brainwashing in itself. The same white man, the blonde hair, the blue eyes, he looked so docile and serene and just so peaceful and saving. But he didn't never come and save my people. He didn't come and save my people. What did he do? Take their mentality so they wouldn't feel the pain? Did he block that neuron so they didn't feel the pain of John Hartfield, of his fingers being cut off, his toes being cut off? So, yeah, see, I'm not even religious. And I ain't even got the time right now to, say, hey, now I'm finna be religious. I'm not because this man, I don't care what y'all say, this man is not in heaven with these white people that did this. No, he ain't in heaven with them. Your ass, Black America, is laying with his bloodline. That's what's happening. This is Willie Brown. They did the same thing to John Hartfield. They not in heaven with them folks. The only ones that's in heaven behind them pearly white gates, I read it, that is pearly white gates. But the hell, this man in this book, I'm going to read about it, William Joseph Simmons. He didn't say that the people on the horses was behind the gates. Oh, they galloping in the sky. They free, galloping. Who is behind the gates? Black people. You're going to get yourself over across on the other side, honey, and your ass going to be picking that big-ass cotton. And it's going to be too late once you walk behind them gates. It ain't no other route. It's a dead end. So, yeah, in my opinion, bypass heaven. You better take that last exit if that's the only one you take and see what else is out there. What my receipt said. Let me give you a little visualization of what this is right here. This is religion. And this right here is psychologist, Pastor Dr. Ray Hagins. I didn't know about him either till about 10 years ago or so. This right here is religious. This is the dedicated ignorance we under. We so committed, dedicated to being ignorant, we won't learn nothing else. And that's fine. Go on up there in this little spot that's heaven. Go on up there behind them pearly white gates because ain't nobody coming to get you. You going to be there. When you go to the end of it and try to come out the back door, The back window, you can't. It's a dead end. When you come back up to the front to try to get out of the pearly white gates, you cannot. So see, that's you if you want to do it. But listen to the man. You ain't got to listen to dropout face. No, I dropped out in 11th grade. I sure did. If I'd have known what I know now, I told my mama when I was in 3rd grade, I ain't going back. I'm not going back to them people. When I was in the 6th grade, if I'd have known, I'd told my mama, mama, them people been teaching me all week long that Christopher Columbus was a hero. And mama, we know that man came and lied and stole and pillaged and raped and murdered. And I don't want to go back. I sure woulda. So yeah, but you ain't got to listen to me. I know I dropped out of high school. I sure did. We all should have dropped out of high school here if you ask me. And then got our own schools. We all should have been having our own schools. Like right today. Yeah, right today. I wouldn't mind having a whole bunch of people right here. I'm teaching somewhere and reading. I wouldn't mind. If that's what my ancestors tell me to do, hey, I don't mind at all. I can do that. It don't cost me nothing. It ain't costing me nothing to sit here and finna read this book and sharing what I done learned. I hope it go down to my people where I'm from, who only got Jesus and God. They only know about heaven and hell. That's it. When you ain't got but 2 choices, heaven and hell, where you gonna say you going? You going to heaven. That's all we got. That's who I'm here to talk to and reach. Because it's more than just heaven and hell. Honey, you got that whole multiverse out there. Let's read Dr. Ray Higgins. I didn't even know. I thank y'all. See, some of y'all my teachers, because you teaching me. I didn't know self-hatred was called, it was coined. That's the terminology. It's literally, that's the terminology. You know how white folks got their terminologies and stuff? Well, we do too. And Dr. Ray Higgins, he coined dedicated ignorance over self-hatred. So, you know, self-hatred is kind of like a lower language, a lower speaking verbiage. You know, I guess us common folks use it. Us common folks know what self-hatred is. But see, folks with that educational freedom, just a little bit, they know dedicated ignorance is self-hatred. I would have been walking around. What is dedicated? What they talking about dedicated ignorance? What is that? Sister, what they talking about dedicated ignorance? Oh, that right there is self-hate. That's the self-hate. So see, I appreciate y'all. I sure do. But my ancestors are the ones who's telling me, who's guiding me. See, they sick and tired of being ignored, rejected, you know, neglected. Don't nobody want to teach about them. Don't nobody want to talk about them. I'm talking about us, Black America. We don't want to watch movies about. I'm sick of watching that. I remember when Django came out. I like Django. I could watch Django. And, you know, I like to watch movies of us. I love Jane Pittman. I like Deacons for Defense. I like Sounder. You know, I love our movies. But I remember when Django came out, and it didn't take but maybe a week. Oh, I was hearing it everywhere, all in the stores, and you know, because we talk to each other and stuff when something come out. But then shit, after it wore off, I'm so sick of looking at Django. I'm so sick of these slave movies. You get online and stuff, I'm so sick of these slave movies and stuff. And ain't learned nothing. We ain't learned nothing. That's why we can't appreciate it. We think it'll never happen again. I don't know why. I guess we think white America won't let it happen again. Here, white America, the one that did it. But yeah, you know, I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual. I'm proud of it, you know. Yeah, I'm not going to heaven. I'm not going to heaven. But let me read about Dr. Ray Higgins and stuff, because I want y'all to understand why I'm not religion. I didn't even know all of this. I just learned this right here. But honey, it solidified it for me. I ain't going to heaven. Dedicated ignorance, self-hatred, for those that don't know, is it's a self-defeating dogma. It's a self-defeating dogma. You ain't even got to do nothing. Whatever you try to do for yourself, it's already defeated. Because see, this right here defeats whatever you hope to build, to create, to grow, to pass on. It's already defeated. It's in here. It's already defeated. All of your abundance and your prosperity that you gained in here, honey, you done lost out so much more. You done lost out so much more. And he said that we must start the process of undoing or reversing the ideas and concepts that have been programmed into the minds of our people by the religious statements and church doctrines that have caused them to adopt a belief system that has caused them to adopt a belief system that has resulted in their loss of contact with what is real, what's factual, what's historical, and what's spiritual. Religion ain't letting y'all get into the depth of this. We ain't never even had no healing from this. We let our ancestors, our big mamas, our pawpaws, our great-grandfathers, we let all of them die with whatever traumas they had on their heart. Then we brought our little mulatto babies in. We brought Brad and Karen in and Sabrina right there in their faces. They were elderly by then, but we know they ain't forgotten nothing. They were quiet in their elderly life because they were sick of it. They were so sick of it. We never learned. We never cared. We never asked questions. At first we did, but then after that, we slowly stopped talking about us. We stopped talking about our loved ones. We stopped talking about our victims of lynching. Oh, you better not hit none of them cars out there. But that's to our detriment. And see, all of them things right there culminated, in my opinion, and that's what let white America know, hey, we ain't even got an answer for nothing we done did. Hell, they done forgot all about it and done forgave all about it. Like business as usual. That's what we hear these days and stuff, business as usual. When something happened and then it's over with, oh, everybody done forgot. Everybody back on their regular schedule, their regular life, and it's water under the bridge now. As long as we keep doing that, once we started doing that, white America like, no, we ain't never even got to mention this again. They ain't going to bring it up. Black people are not going to bring up the lynching, the murdering, the dismembering of nobody. I just told y'all the other day, one of Emmett Till cousins done forgave Carolyn Bryant, her husband, her brothers, and then had the nerve to say that Emmett Till is in heaven with Carolyn Bryant now. Why would you trap him up there with them? Why would you trap Emmett Till in heaven with the monsters? The shit don't make no sense to me. That ain't right. It ain't right. Why would you trap him up there with them? And now he can't go nowhere. He cannot go nowhere. They ain't even showed an ounce of remorse right here. And you gonna sit there and trap him in heaven with all of them. All the people that knew, the people that condoned it. You know, every last one of us. Not just Emmett Till, but all of them. You know, trapped everybody in heaven with them. That's not fair. That is motherfucking not fair. And then you want everybody else to think that's where we going. That's all there is. No, it ain't all it is either. And he said that because, see, the minds of most of our masses is still limited by what Eurocentric historiographers have placed in it. So we instinctively find a label within this right here. Movies, video games, religion, school curriculums, their schools, not our schools. See, this here would be our schools. This my school right here. Mayor McLeod Bethune already done told me I might not have but 5 people in my classroom, honey, and that's fine with me. But see, our schools got to teach about us so we can awaken our love, our feeling, our life, our loyalty to us. We don't know who we loyal to anymore. Black people don't know who we loyal to. At these times right here, we knew who we were loyal to. We were loyal to us. But now we don't know. We feel like white people love us so much and don't never want to see us hurt for nothing. And we can be loyal to white people, to what they teach us, to their higher power, their God, their Jesus, and don't even give an ounce of consideration to our own. I'm not like that. I'm not like y'all. If you're not like me, you don't resonate like me and stuff, then yeah, I welcome you to go. I invite you to go. I see you on Sister Channel if I'm there. I don't go sit in no religious platforms. I do go to Dr. Ray Hagen's. You know, I sit at some platforms that I resonate with until I don't sit there. But I'll see you there. You'll see me there. You ain't got to come and sit here. No, go. Find out what you're supposed to know and what you're supposed to be on. Because I'm where I'm supposed to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So, it ain't no harsh feelings and stuff. You still my sister. Shit. I'm still going to, bypass heaven. I ain't going to come over there and get you. Shit. Ass, you just stuck there forever and ever and ever. Yeah. And, but the true purpose of religion, y'all, why y'all pastor ain't told y'all this? I wish I could still go to church so I could ask my pastor. Why you ain't told us this in its definition? The true purpose of religion. Dr. Ray Hagen's the one said it. There is his name right there. Go talk to him. Go to his channel and discuss all of that. Because, see, it's not resonating with you. So you either got to do the knowledge, the due diligence. I know I've learned that too. You either got to do that or just go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. If you know you're not going to do the due diligence and learn something new outside of this circle right here, then you need to remove yourself. It's just as simple as that. You've been doing it this whole time. Why you come here and want to make it difficult to move around? So move the fuck around. But the true purpose of religion may be defined as a cultural, psycho-philosophical vehicle of spiritual and intellectual enslavement. It's a vehicle of enslavement. It's done followed you since you were 3 weeks old and your mama had you in church to now you're 63 years old. It's done followed you. It's a vehicle of spiritual and intellectual enslavement. You enslaved. Your spirit is enslaved. Your intellect is enslaved. You can't think outside of this. That's why you don't think outside of this. He the one said it. Pastor, psychologist. If you're a psychologist, then yeah, you and him need to go over there and see what's going on, where you went wrong. Because yours seemed like it's lacking if you didn't come up with what he come up with. If you're a psychologist too, and you don't resonate with psychologist Dr. Ray Hagen's, then you got to do some more due diligence. I'm just saying, that's why you shouldn't be here. Yeah, that's why you shouldn't be here. Religion may be defined as a cultural, psycho-philosophical vehicle of spiritual and intellectual enslavement. Enslavement. It ain't physical no more. You can come and go as you want to. You ain't even got to sit in a church if you don't want to. You can go to a different church every week if you want to. It's not a physical enslavement. It's spiritual enslavement, mental enslavement, intellectual enslavement. That's what it is. And it's got two end goals. That's it. It ain't got 3 end goals. It's got 2 end goals. One of these 2 things is finna happen. For the creator, something finna happen. And for the one that's receiving it, something finna happen. Let's see which one are you. Number 1, the cultural and racial superiority of the people who created it. We didn't create religion. We did not create religion. Black people, we are a spiritual people. We've always been a spiritual people. And you might say, well, darn face, how you know that? Because we ain't never been against life. We ain't never cut down the trees. Black people, Black Americans, Africans saw everything that was living as the totality of creation of God. The trees, the waters, the insects, everything. It's white folks. It's white folks that's not pro-life. See? We are spiritual people. We're not no religious people. Spirituality hug trees. Religion cut them down. Religion cuts down trees. Stop the growth. Spirituality hug trees. Water the trees. See, it's a difference. I know who I am. You need to know who you are or you wouldn't be here. And number 2, the paralysis of analysis by those who believe in it. Those people that believe in religion, in this circle right here, your mind is paralyzed. That's what he said. He the one gave these 2 end goals for religion. The cultural and racial superiority. You can't help but see white people as superior. It's their God. It's them on that picture. That man looked like them. It's a mind thing. I know you individually. Oh, I know face. But the masses don't know. Have you taught anybody else? Have you taught other people too? Well, then you need to go teach. Since you know, because the masses of people, when you say Jesus Christ, and you ask people, how many saw the white man? Oh, probably 97% gonna raise their hand. They saw the white people. They saw the white man, Cesareo Borgia. Ain't nobody gonna see Simeon Toko, a black man, a black Jesus. Ain't nobody even gonna see a black Santa Claus, if you believe in Santa Claus. They're gonna see the white Santa Claus. You know, and Santa Claus, I've learned that he truly was a black man. He was a carpenter. He fashioned stuff. So he would make little wooden toys for the little black kids. Because, you know, we didn't have no gifts, no money or nothing. And he would just give them little wooden toys to the kids and stuff. I don't know. Could be true, could not be true. I don't even believe in Santa Claus anymore. I sure don't. I don't even celebrate Christmas no more. I just don't. You get older. You mature. You know. Yeah. So the paralysis of analysis by those who believe in it. Your gift, your cosmic gifts and talents to analyze stuff. Religion cuts that shit off. It's paralyzed. Religion paralyzes your ability to analyze. That's why can't nobody think it's something else out here other than heaven. That's why white America was able to make people think it's only heaven and hell. Because your mind is paralyzed. It said, I wrote down right here, religious purpose is to stop the thought process. So yeah, you can't think. You cannot think. You got to take everything that's inside of this circle. Because number one, you identify with it. It can let you identify with it. Number two, it keep white America calm and you know, feeling safe. They feel like they still got the upper hand. They still got control. They are the ones holding the reins, galloping across the sky. You know, as long as you keep your mind off in this right here. Because that circle right there, the space inside this circle represents my realm of knowledge. All that I think I know about whatever I think I know is depicted. Everything said all I think I know about everything I think I know is depicted in that circle right there. However, y'all, I must keep in mind that there is more to know than what is within this circle. What's this right here? If I just seen this today, it would have resonated with me. I wouldn't have been saying, no, that's a lie. Where he get that in? That don't make no sense. Well, I can be happy in this right here. And if you can be happy in this right here without all of that right there, then yeah, you can go. You can go. You got to be willing and open, Black America, to new information. We in a new era. Yeah, these people taking us into a new era. I had somebody yesterday tell me that this was the end of days. Yeah, this was the end of days. And they quoted the Bible, how the mama against daughter, daughter against mama, son against by everybody against everybody. Yeah, and I just told them, this ain't the end of days, honey. This is the end of this age. We don't know when this earth is going to end. We do not know when this earth, this planet is going to end. The same way that book told y'all that this is the last, the revolution. The last book, the revolution is finna happen. And that's going to be the end and stuff. The same way they told y'all that right there, they did not even tell y'all about the rest of the multiverse. You know, and I just told him yesterday, him and his wife. I sure did. Neither one of them had ever heard of it. I asked them here, y'all from Tennessee too? But they ain't. They wasn't from Tennessee. No, but you know, I'm just saying, we all got a purpose here. It ain't going to be maybe 5 or 6 people that's going to be similar to mine. The rest of y'all can go. Yeah, you know where you want to go and spend your life. Somebody just told me that, you know, I keep the cosmos and they'll keep Jesus Christ. And honey, yes, you do. Yes, you do. I ain't here to sway you. No, if it do, then more power to you, because it's knowledge you need to know. But I'm not going to be concerned with it. I'm not going to be concerned with it. I just want you to know, Black America, ain't nobody coming up there for y'all when you find yourself trapped in the same illusion, similar to down here that we going through. Oppression, you being controlled. You know, that's where you're going to find yourself at. I don't know. They want me to just make sure that we know that heaven is not the all, the end and the all. You know? So, yeah, I say, I am with these up there in heaven. Not even John Brown. And John Brown fought, died, was lynched, him and his two sons, because he opposed slavery. John Brown knew that in them black babies' eyes, he was looking at the multiverse. He was looking at the heavens in them black baby eyes. Yeah, he knew. He knew that that black man being whipped out there on that post, that was a man. He knew. That's why he went to Harper's Ferry to free the slaves, to stop slavery. And took his two sons with him. He took his two sons with him, and honey, white folks lynched all their asses. Lynched the black people. They went over and beyond with the black bodies, I imagine. But with John Brown and his two sons, they lynched them. They lynched them. That's who's in heaven. John Brown ain't even in the afterlife. He in heaven with his people, letting his people know. Damn, y'all still doing this to black folks. Let them go. Let them go. Our people's in the afterlife, y'all. Yep. So I'm looking through a spiritual lens of loyalty so we can find out, who are we loyal to? Who we even loyal to? Do y'all even know who you loyal to? Because it's looking to me like a lot of us is loyal to white folks. And we believe with every fiber in our body that that's not true. But yeah, it is true. It is true. Anytime you won't even consider anything else, and you willing to spend your forever and ever and ever and ever, you know. Yeah, so I just have to do what they tell me to do, what my ancestors tell me to do. You listen to your higher power. You know, I listen to mine. You know, I listen to mine. Yeah, so let me at least read the copyright disclaimer, right? The copyright disclaimer on the 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Yeah, so I'm looking through a spiritual lens of loyalty, resilience, and education. Yep, I'm learning, and hopefully we're all learning. I'm learning from my books, my studies, and I'm learning from y'all too. I take what I need. Yeah, I'm going to take everything y'all offer to me. Shit, I done told you. I take what resonates with me. A lot of y'all be saying stuff, yeah, it don't resonate with me. I don't take it. You know, I might write it down for the simple fact of writing it down, because I will do some research on this stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to be swayed back to heaven. I'm not trying to be put to sleep. You can't tell me, Face, you got to forgive, Face. If you don't forgive, it's going to hurt you. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Who say I got to forgive these folks? That's what you say. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. She said, I ain't got to forgive nobody. You ain't got to forgive nobody. Black America, we sitting here, we forgave so much. We forgive these folks today without them even asking for anything. Yeah, we just do it because we looking to keep the peace with white America in life and afterlife. When we going to stand up for us, our people? When you going to stand up for your ancestors that was lynched, burned? When? I mean, you know, I have a slight fear. I don't know. It's like an awakening. You know, I don't know. I guess I'm expecting it in case it happens, to see one of my surnames in one of these many books that we finna read about. I'm going to read, yeah. I'm finna read 100 Years of Lynching. After racial violence in the United States, we reading lynching in Duluth, Minnesota. Whose last name have we even called out? I know I read about Ike Fitzgerald. I didn't even know about Ike Fitzgerald. Down from where I'm from. I know some Fitzgeralds. Yeah, I know some Fitzgeralds, real close with them. My family, they family, real close. Everybody forgot about Ike? Everybody motherfucking forgot about Ike? 1906. White folks lynched Ike Fitzgerald. Y'all, they lynched him. Yep. Black people standing up for themselves, tried to. and the whole main street went up in flames. All 30 buildings burned to the ground. White folks were mad. White folks were pissed because they figured that they were the black people getting getting their ass back for lynching Ike. But they never could prove it. They never could prove it. Right to this day, they can't prove it. But Ike has been forgotten. I think I knew maybe one or two Ikes, maybe one, from down there. You know, I know a lot of Fitzgeralds from down there. They probably don't even know about Ike Fitzgerald. Why? Because we don't tell our stories. We just let it be. We just let it be, and over a few years, a few decades, you know, we done totally forgot about it. We don't call his name no more. Ain't nobody naming the babies after Ike. Ain't nobody keeping his memory alive. Then, before you know it, I'll be damned. Somebody done brought home a Becky. Somebody pregnant with a mulatto baby, and ain't nobody even asked, wait a minute, is this the same family? Is these the same peoples that lynched Ike? Because, see, we ain't telling each other nothing. It do matter. We ain't even supposed to be procreating with everybody, least of all white people. Dr. Francis Cresswell said that white folks is always concerned about their number one worry, fear, is white genetic survival. Sleeping with them, having babies with them and stuff, you help them to prolong their bloodline. But you are decreasing your own bloodline. Unless you and your Sabrina, or you know, they were going to name Sabrina after Karen. They're going to name her Karina. But when the midwife, the we call it doula today. When the midwife came and delivered the baby, the black lady, you know, they went and got her from the slave quarter. So you got to come and deliver the baby stuff. So when she got there and she was delivering the baby, well, Sabrina reached her hand out and grabbed the black lady's finger. All them white people in the room and stuff, the mother, grandmother, aunties and stuff. Little Karen was there too, because she was just a little girl. She was going to be like the namesake of the baby and stuff. Everybody was like, they knew Sabrina was different. They knew right then something is going on here. So when she got a little bit older and stuff, you know, probably a couple of months, because as she started to focus and stuff, every time that little baby seen a black person walk in the room, her eyes light up. So they didn't name her as Karina after Karen. They named her Sabrina because they knew she was different. I made a whole little story up about Sabrina because we end up getting with Sabrinas. Now, a black man won't necessarily go get with a Karen because you can obviously see her ass is racist. Her ass got the same mindset as her clan sisters. But Sabrina different. And you go get with Sabrina. But see, Sabrina don't even know the extent of her own people's clanimal instinct. Karen do. Karen down for all of it. But Sabrina don't even know these things right here. So see, that's why we got to talk to each other. We got to talk to them. What happened was they went and met Sabrina family first. The guy name was Jonas Hartfield. Yeah, his mother remarried when they had to leave town. Let me just go ahead and say that Black Americans were so traumatized and assaulted by white America. Every one of our cities and towns that we built, that they ran us out of, we ran out in shock. It's in one of the books that we done read, the race riot, the massacres of Tulsa. 10,000 black people fled Tulsa in shock. In shock. It's only by the resilience of our people, of our mindset, of our being created by the cosmos, that we can even sustain and maintain any sign of sanity today. Today, allegedly 2025. Where does that resilience come from? What other people could have survived this and still maintain some semblance of growth, of progress, of love for each other? The masses ain't got it, that's for sure. The masses hate each other so much because the dedicated ignorance, the self-hate is so palpable, it It's like white supremacy that controls every aspect of our life. That self-hatred does too. That self-hatred does too. It won't let us give no forgiveness, no love across every area of life. White supremacy is controlling every area of life. So is our self-hate. So is our dedicated ignorance. I don't care if we at church, school, work, out eating, out shopping, in the hospital. We still got this angst against each other. Why? Why? You know, did black people feel like we didn't fight for us enough? Did black people feel like, you know, we let this happen because we don't know how much we fought to escape slavery? And we don't know because they never taught us. They never taught us how much we struggled and fought and suffered and endured to get away from white folks. And y'all asking some of y'all, I'm of the opinion, I truly believe that most of y'all can't even see your life without white America. To actually, I admire the Amish people. I admire the Amish people. They don't want to have nothing to do with none of y'all asses. I hardly even see them. For a minute there, I was wondering, where's the Amish people at? But then I seen them all one day. But hell, they were gone just like that. Them folks came and left. They came, did what they were doing, eating or whatever they came to do. And honey, you look again and they were gone. I don't even know how they got there. But they came and they left. They don't have to be involved in society. That's Black America. We want to be involved with white folks. Hell, the Army said they ain't even black. They ain't people of color. But hell, they don't even want to be out here with their asses. So see, we did a disservice to ourselves by not being together. That's why we ain't got nothing. Ain't nobody ever built nothing for Black America. Black America builds and creates and invents for Black America. And see, with this religion right here, everything paralyzed. Your ability to think for yourself is paralyzed. Your ability to create, to invent, your ability to imagine what might happen because of all this bullshit going on in the world. Because religion, it don't let you think outside of that circle right there. That's how I see it. That's why I'm here like I am. I'm not going to come here and lie to y'all and tell y'all, yeah, we all so safe and healed and happy in heaven. And don't nobody even remember what happened on earth. Hell, that's a disservice. You mean to tell me Emmett Till and them is in heaven with white folks and nobody remember what happened here? Do that seem right? Do that even seem right? However you spin it, to put yourself, to keep yourself right here in heaven with white folks don't even make no sense. At one time, the whole earth was entirely black. And you can't see yourself with yourself? Yeah, we got problems. We definitely got problems. You know? Yeah, so I don't want you to make me feel like, shit, I'm supposed to be a particular way. No, you supposed to remove your ass. That's what's supposed to happen. If anybody's swaying anybody right here, it's me gonna sway you. It's me gonna plant a seed of doubt in your mind. You might be content up there in heaven with, say, 150,000 black people that think like you. You might be content up there with them. I don't know. I ain't going. I'm just saying, you know, for me and mine, and then Mary, Joseph, and Jesus is really a Sar, a Set, and Heru. Can you please ask your pastor this Sunday when you go to church? Can you please ask your pastor, hey, pastor, what's going on? Can you put your book down for a minute, pastor? Just ask him. Or tell him that he can hold it then. He can hold it. But tell him, you know, you got some questions. Do it in Bible study. That's when you study. Why ain't nobody questioning nothing? That's why everybody's so hell-bent on heaven, because ain't nobody even ask no questions. Then when Dr. Ray Hagins do put it out there for us to learn something new and to tell us. Everybody want to jump on him. So go ask your pastor. Go ask your pastor about divinity. Ask your pastor about divinity and see what he say. See if he tell you that the divinity is just the knowledge of the cosmology, the ecology, and what's your relationship to that. Like that picture right there with the woman at the top, that's the cosmology, the skies. The man at the bottom right there, that's the ground, the soil. And the earth right there, where we at, what is your relationship to them? To the cosmos and the ecology. That's divinity. When you find that out, but ask your pastor. That's all religion is, the path to understanding divinity. Have they made you understand being divine? Have your pastor talked to you about being divine? I'm not talking about the divine that the white man got. You forgiving. You help people. You don't never doubt what they say. I'm not talking about that right there. That right there is brainwashing. That's brainwashing. And a lot of folks do it. But when they go home to their privacy and put that book down right there and pick up the other book, see, you still got that other book. You still got the first book. It's a brainwashing that's done to our people. So yeah, go ahead and ask your pastor. You can tell him my name too if you want to. Matter of fact, tell him to go look at Dr. Ray Hagins, because he needs to start teaching y'all differently, Black America. All of our pastors, I got some in my family too. You too, if you listening, cousin. You need to go back to your school where you got that degree at, and you need to ask them folks a little bit more. I don't know, you were sitting in there getting your degree and stuff, you know, and you were passing your test that you studied about the Bible, and you aced that test about the Bible. But did you ask your pastor about the other Christ-like historical figures? They didn't mention nothing about that. That there's other deities, other Christ-like figures that's got the same history as Jesus Christ. Dionysus was the one that I got the most information on. Buddha, Krishna, all of them got the same history as Jesus Christ. You know, but we know Jesus. And then they turned, but see, the manipulation is because they turned around and made Jesus a white man. When they put that religion stamp on it, he's white, the superiority of being created, religion being created, all of that credit goes to white people. Yeah, all of that goes to white people. Your mind being able to think, to critically think, is non-existent in here. You cannot think in here. I see it every Sunday and stuff, honey. We be so happy and all that color-coded church gear and stuff, honey. Everybody going to heaven. Well, honey, you better know when you get there who else is there. Because in this book, our very first book, y'all, our very first book that we read, I had never read it before. And it's my book. But I hadn't read Red Summer. No, I think I was reading little bits and pieces of it. I maybe read the first part of it. Because, see, I had highlighted some in it. But I had never read it. But then when the ancestors say, all right, it's time, set your ass down. And I didn't even know I was going to be reading. I thought I was going to be doing something else for my purpose. But then, you know, it makes sense. They know what they're doing. Ancestors don't make no mistakes either. Mine don't. Cosmic energy don't make no mistakes. It knew for the past 10 years I've been gathering books, writing notes, doing my due diligence, because I'm supposed to sit here and talk to my people about what's different that I know, that I've learned. See, we can't get this knowledge and keep it to ourselves. That's why our children are restless, spiritually, mentally, physically. They restless because they ain't learned nothing about them, about us. They don't know that they got all of this creative genius inside of them. They don't know that, hey, they are scientists, engineers. They have no idea. They don't know that they are literally going to invent. They are going to create a life-sustaining device that's going to last for hundreds of years. They don't know because we failed to teach them. I failed too. I said many times on my channel right here that I failed myself, my mama, my daddy, my grandmama, my granddaddy. I failed my people. So yeah, I failed my children too. Yep, I did. I failed my children too. Sometimes they hear me talking, they be like, Mom, please. Because they ain't used to being talked to about this. They not. But over time and stuff, they're going to get used to it because they're going to have to teach it too. We're going to have to start teaching each other, not just the good, not just our great times of creating, of being together, of having a village. We're going to have to get together and talk about the ugly, the savageness, the ravageness that has traumatized our people. Oh, honey, don't be out there by my door breathing hard. I don't care if we are neighbors, shit, hell. I try to maintain and respect the noise ordinance, and I ain't even that loud. Hell, he play drums all times of the night and stuff. But he ain't been playing them since I done went live lately. You know, since I done went on air and stuff. But yeah, I'm just saying, if I had hell motherfucking the Waltons up loud or motherfucking Dukes of Hazzard, then it probably wouldn't even be a problem. It probably would not even be a problem. But, you know, they need to learn too. This is for the salvation of white folks too. Shit, hell. You know, they need to learn too. White folks ain't never had no therapy. They ain't gonna know. They probably don't even know. I'm pretty sure they feel it. Some of them probably feel that instinct that they inherited from their people. If I inherited from my ancestors, then I'm pretty sure they inherited some from theirs too. It just only pretty much show itself when it's against black people. But then for some reason, everybody feel like, oh, it's okay if black people have it hard. It's okay if the ones that are hurt and injured and harmed and maimed and murdered are black people. It's okay. Why? Because they asses had said and taught for so long that we wasn't even human, that we ain't even got a soul. Why you want to go up in heaven anyway? Didn't they teach each other that black people ain't even got a soul? Black people ain't even human. And now all of a sudden, because a few of them over the past, length of time and stuff have said that, yeah, we all going to heaven together. And so you really think you finna go up in heaven because, see, they done flipped the script on your ass. But see, when you get up in heaven, somebody got to pick that cotton. Somebody got to pick that cotton. And this man already done said who it is here. And he said he formed the group, the KKK group, in response to a spiritual vision. A spiritual vision. Now, I'm spiritual. What makes him think his vision is spiritual? Why? Because, see, they want us to think that they are spiritual people. They want us to think that everything they say is holy grail. They need us to think that this is all that there is. But that's not true. That's as far as they ask can go. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, white folks can't go past that first universe. They can't go to the 12th universe. There's a multiverse out there. White people right here, right now. The sun ain't even bright like that, but I'm waiting on it. White folks can't even go out in the blazing hot sun for long. Yeah, they can jog around the block, jog up to the grocery store, jog the dog to the dog park. They can be out in the sun, but they can't linger. They can't stay in the sun like that. What make you, Black America, think white people really can go that far into the multiverse when they barely can't even be out in the sun that long? Hell, some of us can't even be out in the sun that long. Yeah, I didn't know black folk, y'all asses was out there getting sunburned and shit. That's cause hell, and then gonna have there to tell me I'm darker than you, and I get sunburned. My skin feel tender when I come in because I got a little sunburn. That's cause your ass eating like white folks. I didn't know that either. I did not know that. You is eating like white folks. That's why you burn when you go out in the sun, even if you dark skinned. Even if you dark skinned, they say, yo, you burning. You got sunburn from the sun. but you dark-skinned like me. Well, I forgot who it was. I should have wrote it down, though. But I remember he said, oh, what's it? I ain't even going to call his name because it probably wasn't brother, Dr. Brother. But he said that it's because of what you eat. See, we eating like white folks. And I just resonated with it. Oh, I get what he's saying when he broke it down. I was like, oh. So what we eating is harming our bodies, not just our skin, but it's harming our internals. Our stomach, our digestive tract is totally different from white folks' digestive tract. Yep, it's totally different. We're different people. Hell, animals look the same. They got the same body. The cat and the dog, they got the same body. The head in the same place, the ears, they got 4 legs. But they're different. You don't feed them the same. You don't even take care of them the same. You take your dog a bath, but you don't take that cat a bath. That cat will scratch your ass up. You know? So us eating like white folks, it's done broke us down to where cosmic energy, the sun, is treating us like white folks. What it did was eating like white folks, like drinking all that milk. Let's use milk, for example. Milk don't resonate with us. Milk is harmful to black people. We don't make the enzyme to break down milk. White people might. I really can't say white people do, but white people might, because white people, they can eat different. We totally different from white folks. You drinking all that milk and eating all that old badass food that don't resonate with you. We supposed to be eating fruits and vegetables. We ain't supposed to be eating meat like we eating meat. Carnivores eat meat. We're not carnivores. We're supposed to be fruitarians, eating fruits and vegetables. That's why your ass burn when you go out in the sun, because your skin is like paper. Now your skin is just like paper. See? Your skin, when you go out in the sun, your skin is like paper now. That's why, because we living our entire life like white folks. We eat like white folks. We think like white folks. We dress like white folks. We analyze things. We do everything like white folks do. In my opinion, we even breathe like white folks. And we know, ever since Michael Jackson was a little boy and didn't like his nose, we know we got these big, huge nostrils for a reason. See how big our nostrils is? That's because we need abundance of air, oxygen going into our lungs. White folks the one with them little bitty thin noses. See? But we breathing like white folks. I can't breathe now because I'm a little stopped up. But what I'm saying is, we breathing so shallow like white folks, we probably a sneeze away from hyperventilating. I didn't know either. We probably a sneeze away from hyperventilating because we have taken on the whole persona of white folks, their mentality, their religious affects. But white folks, they'll let you know if you get to talking to them and stuff. Yeah, we're spiritual. I'm spiritual. They'll even tell you, yeah, they believe in Black Jesus, Black Madonna, and the Black Baby. Yep, they'll tell you. Who was that released it a couple of months ago? The Vatican putting or somebody did. Let it know, hey, this is who we worship and all. And there was a black woman and a black baby. The Black Madonna. But over here in America, see, where America has just fucked our mind up. A lot of us probably cussed that man out when he said that and called him a lie. And then we went and picked up our Bible that's got that little insert in it of Jesus Christ, the white man, and we started reading where we left off our daily studies at. Just dedicated to being ignorant. Dedicated to being ignorant. That's what he said. That's what Dr. Ray Hagan said. You know, but back to this man right here. Since you want to go to heaven, just get all your information, Black America. You ain't gonna be in America in heaven free as you think you are. You think white people, these same white people right here, gonna actually let you come to heaven, and you gonna be free, and they gonna be free? What make you think white people ain't clamoring, demanding, and orchestrating oppression and slavery of you? your black ass when you get to heaven. What make you think they're going to be any different in heaven than they are right here in hell? What? Because they dead? Y'all going to be dead? And they said ain't no hunger, pain, and sickness in heaven. Hell, that's for white folks. Shit, your ass going to be in a lot of pain, Black America. You're going to be in a lot of pain. But he said that he created, he reformed, he revived it. The Klan had already started and everything. He the one that revived it because he had that spiritual vision of robed horsemen galloping in the sky, followed by a vision of a map of the United States. Now, he did hear about the lynching, and they said it was a brutal lynching of Leo Frank, and that was on the outskirts of Atlanta. And then he watched Birth of a Nation. So when he had the vision, it was like, boom, boom, boom. I know what I got to do. So he revived the Ku Klux Klan, y'all. He revived the Klan, and they're still active today. Yep. I came across it, a few weeks ago. I didn't want to tell y'all what I really wanted to tell y'all. I didn't. And it's about him, William Joseph Simmons. Let's read a little bit more about him, but we are going to read these other black heroes that I found on this paper right here. Oh, wow. Let's get to it. But let me read y'all this right here because, you need to know about heaven. You need to know about heaven before you get there. He invented the KKK. So, he was actually able to, he did his own pamphlets. He made his own pamphlets. Let me get you one. It ain't one of his, but it's one that somebody gave me. And I was going to throw it away, but I didn't. And then when I came home that night and I told y'all about it, you be out and you see people and they give you stuff. And it's a pamphlet. And I usually give it to somebody else. I leave it somewhere. I get rid of it. I don't bring them home and keep them with a rubber band around all of them and look them up in the Bible and stuff because I don't even have a Bible. I'm going to get a Bible just so I can read that too, teach that too, study that too, But yeah, he created his own pamphlets like this. Well, see, his pamphlet was called ABC of the Invisible Empire. Yeah, that was his pamphlet. ABC of the Invisible Empire. And that pamphlet declared the Klan's goals as to shield the sanctity of the home and the chastity of womanhood, the white woman, to maintain white supremacy, to teach and faithfully inculcate a high spiritual philosophy through an exalted ritualism, and by practical devotedness to conserve, protect, and maintain the distinctive institutions, rights, privileges, principles, and ideals of a pure Americanism. See, white folks ain't never explained none of this. Black folks ain't never even asked white folks about any of this. That's why that motherfucking ABC of the Invisible Empire is still active today. Yep. It was so many, I didn't even know it was a whole lot of subgroups of the Klan, the Ku Klux Klan. But honey, it was so many subgroups. Like that, for real? Soon as they dismantle a Ku Klux Klan group, they go and do two more. They go and erect two more because they dismantled one. I don't know. Hell, I thought they all was inactive, dismantled. You mean to tell me your ass possibly could be married to a white woman or a white man and they still got Klansmen out here? Active Klan groups. And you ain't asked your significant other? You've been married for 32 years. You ain't never asked them nothing? Oh, wait. Yeah, you probably want to rethink about heaven. The KKK's mission was to save the white race. The white race. They trying to save the white race and Anglo-Saxon civilization from miscegenation and immigration. And then he had in there to say, our much boasted melting pot. You know how we love to say, well, everybody is one. Everybody, we all are one people. We all are together. He said our much boasted melting pot has turned out to be a garbage can. And that's where you want to go to heaven with people like this. You think he got to heaven and changed his mind? All of these Klansmen got to heaven and changed their mind. Is that what y'all thinking? Y'all say that God forgive everything but suicide. Oh, y'all think that these people right here is in hell. See, you don't make no sense. You don't make no sense. I don't know. You're going to have to do your due diligence and learn about where you're going to spend your eternity. You can spend it in heaven if you want to, but now you know. You cannot say you don't know. I know we've been afraid of this lake of fire since the first time we heard the word fire, since we understood lake of fire, burning forever and ever and ever. We just got to start questioning things. You know, this is the last chance that we possibly even have, the last opportunity to stand up for our people. After this, it won't be no more. I don't know none of y'all asses that's going to be able to find a route around this futuristic world, these robot cars and the robot dogs and stuff. All I know, all I can say to my people is don't get in none of this futuristic shit. You know, I know y'all ready to get you a Tesla car. Somebody told me that everybody got a Tesla car. Everybody got a Tesla car. And then I think by 2030 anyway, they want everybody to have an electric vehicle. They want everybody to have one. Be still out of me. I don't think they talking about black folks though. But you know, I just want to say, you get in them Tesla cars when shit really hit its pinnacle, hit the peak. Them cars is finna start turning against y'all, and they ain't gonna let y'all black people out. No, they gonna let your black ass out. No, Karen gonna have to come and open that door for you. Sabrina can open that door. Yes, Sabrina can open that door because her complexion will let her get the protection. But your black ass, you ain't getting out of that Tesla car. You ain't even driving the car. How you gonna open the door? See, that's why we got to start talking to our babies. See, our babies, our geniuses, right there with us. Oh, our babies are so smart, so intelligent. And we just encourage them. Give them permission. Let them know it's okay to study. It's okay to learn. Whatever interests you, productive. Because, you know, a lot of our babies, they restless out here. They can't create nothing but mayhem, and havoc. Just like white folks. Because their mind been shut off for so long. They don't know that they are the genius that could actually create the one device we're going to use for the next 300 years. Because we haven't even given ourselves that opportunity. We ain't gave ourselves that opportunity. We don't give our babies that opportunity. We make them glorify white supremacy. The white man, glorify the white man's achievements. We make our children glorify the white man's achievements. We send them to school where they get all this bullshit knowledge, ain't teaching them about nothing, ain't teaching them about themselves. School ain't even harnessing our children's greatest potential. They can get up there and become a doctor or a nurse, a lawyer, a judge. But honey, their greatest potential is creating lifelong generations of creations, inventions. School ain't doing that for them. Only the knowledge of us can awaken that in us, see? But we ain't teaching the knowledge of us to our babies. So yeah, I ain't the only one that failed us. Yeah, you got financial freedom. You sure do got financial freedom. But to me, what is financial freedom if you ain't got personal freedom? Who more happier? You with all your money, your financial freedom, or the one with personal freedom? You still got to eat. They going to eat just like you eat. You still got to go get this and get that. They can go get this and get that just like you can. Yeah, they got the same freedom of choice like you got. So what? They can't get on a plane and go to motherfucking Barbados. Hell, you bet not get on a plane right about now. I'm just saying, But as for me, I'd rather have my personal freedom. Yeah, hey, that's just me. I'm different from everybody else. And I admit that. I sure do, honey. First and foremost, I'm for my people. I don't advocate harm or hurt to anyone. No, I help people. I help. If I see somebody fall out in the middle of the road, like a couple of months ago, I was coming home, and some man done fell on the side of the road, y'all. He was somebody's uncle. He was a Caucasian man. And he had fell on the side of the road. He looked like he was a little weak and stuff. He was homeless. I guess he was going down there to the food shelf or something. But he stumbled and he fell. And I was at the stoplight. I couldn't get out and go help him. I wasn't there to stop my car. But by the time I got there, that man was still trying to get up. And folks were just passing that man by. That was somebody's uncle. Somebody's brother. Hell, he your people, white folks. But they just kept passing that man by. Honey, I put on my damn emergency lights. Somebody help this man get up before he fall out in the street. See, it don't cost nothing to be kind to somebody else. It ain't gonna hurt you. It didn't hurt me. It didn't change my thoughts, my love, my fighting stance for my people. Hell, if his ass had rolled out in the street in front of my car, I could have ran over him. So see, it don't cost nothing to show some kindness to somebody else. That's what I believe. That's what my mama taught me. You ain't got to be hateful to other folks just because you think different than they do. You just don't want to see nobody harmed and hurt. That's the beginning and that's the end. I can sleep good at night. I do sleep good at night. I'm not out, teaching you to hate white folks. I'm teaching you to love your folks. You ain't going to hate white folks anyway because you can't live without them. You cannot live without them. All these movies wasn't lying. That's why we don't want to look at them. That's why we don't want to look at them. Somebody come over our house, we got to turn it off. Oh, you better turn off Deacons for Defense. Here comes somebody. Oh, yeah, turn off Marvin Collins, West Side Repair. You watching James Pittman again? Get your ass out of here then. Because, see, we're afraid that everything we do is going to upset white America. When just living, just breathing, just being black. What they say, driving while black, that upsets white people. Who was that I was listening to said that it ain't nothing in particular that black people do to white people. White people just don't like the sight of black America. I don't know, maybe it's the knowledge that black America are the true supreme beings. Black Americans, black people are the true children of the sun. I don't know where the hatred that they got come from. Somebody told me last week, though, and I got to do some research on it, but it did kind of resonate that what happened was black people ousted, I don't know if it was the albino babies or what have you, and they ended up in the Caucasus Mountains where they got lighter and lighter and lighter, and then they came back and they were angry and upset at black people for ousting them, and that's where white people come from. I don't know, but then I had read about the big head scientists who did the grafting, and that's where white folks come from. So I'm like, well, hell, shit, did they even come from us? Everybody else did. I don't know. I'm learning too. I'm learning too about white folks and stuff here. The same way they done studied my people. They done studied us. Not just in America, all over the globe. That one book that I'm really trying to get, The American Dilemma, The Negro Problem, and Modern Democracy, 2, that page is 1,408 pages of genocide. Do you know how long it took me in my life to even learn that there was a genocide ongoing? That was the largest study ever done on black people. So now, I'm going to study their asses. It's time for us to study them. Some of our scholars done said it already. Why we ain't studying white America? Because we can't get out. We can't get out of this right here. We won't even give ourselves permission to study something other than heaven and hell. heaven and hell. So yeah, I need you to go. If you can't, think and visualize, at least give yourself permission. The hell is it? Is it something else out there? Could it be something else out there? Could we have been lied to? Could the people, the descendants, if you will, call them whatever you want to call them, white America, could it be that they not like this no more? Could it be they hiding this trueness to themselves? You got to do your research. You got to do your due diligence. I'm doing mine. Yeah. So anyway, I just want to read us. This right here is what I found the other day, since we are done with Brave Black First. Yeah, we finished it. I will be taking it back to the library. But look at this right here that I found. And I just found this laying around in some of my other stuff that I was looking through. And Charles Richard Drew, he was born in 1904. He developed blood banks. Well, we had read about him in our previous lessons, about our heroes and stuff. How he made plasma. He made the device that you could store the plasma for the troops when they needed blood transfusions and they were being hurt in the wars and stuff. That was Charles Drew. You can remember his name because it drew blood. You draw blood. Everybody know when you go to the doctor, first thing they want to do is draw some damn blood. Can we draw some blood? We just need a little bit. Charles Drew. He the one created the device to store plasma. And we see it right today. All these plasma centers. You need some money and stuff, you can go to these plasma centers, honey. And if you good to go, they pay you. They got little commercials and stuff, I imagine. I don't watch TV like that, but they got little commercials. You can make, up to $310 a month, possibly, just donating your plasma and stuff. I tried it one time. I did. I went there one time to do it. And honey, they told me I could not do it. I was going to have to come back. They told me I was going to have to come back, honey. But after that, I was like, shit, hell, I can wait. I can wait a few days. Because I seen somebody, and I think it was a friend or somebody I knew in passing. And, when you at the blood bank and stuff, you be there for a long time. And they had a hole in their arm right there from where they put that needle. And that hole, it was big. It did have a little skin over and stuff, but it didn't heal. It didn't cover itself, So I was like, shit, hell, I don't want to do this shit anyway. So yeah, I never did it. I never sold plasma and stuff. But I would say today, if you need money or something, go get you a waitress or waiter job here. If you can't do that and stuff, get your sign if it get that bad. If you get that desperate, you get your sign and you got to pay that light bill, $115. That bill due. Today is what, Friday? That bill due Monday morning. You better get your sign. You better get your ass out there, honey. You take your bill. I'm finna tell you right now what to do. What I would do. Hell, everybody else got their sign out there talking about a beer. One man had his sign saying, I need a beer. He sure, but the thing about it, people were pulling over getting money. I said it must be because he was honest with them and just told them what he needed. And they were doing it. Yeah. Folks were blowing their horns and everything. Y'all want people to just go. Shit, but people, hell, they were passing by. They were getting him money to go get him a beer. Shit, that man went and got him a 6-pack. Sure did. But anyway, you get your sign. And you put your bill on there. I don't care. White out your name and address and stuff if you want to. Your numbers, to it and stuff. But you staple that bill right there. And you got your sign, and anybody come up and ask you and talk to you, you let them know. Yeah, I'm here to help get help on my bill. Or take your ass to the church. Go get emergency assistance. I don't know. But you got to start thinking Black America. Hell, it might be that one person come by there and be like, you know what, sister? I like how you did this to make sure you can keep your lights on for you and your babies. Pull over here at this Wendy's. Come over here to this Wendy's. We're going to call these folks and we're going to pay your whole bill for you. Why not? Everybody else doing it. Everybody else is doing it. I'm just saying, it's always when you thinking and your mind is not trapped inside a small circle, then you can think outside the box. You can come up with something outside the box. Now, of course, your first thing should be to call and be like, hey, can I get a payment plan? But, it's different strokes for different folks and stuff. Time runs out. Time is of the essence, and you gotta be proactive now. So yeah, when you down to that last day, them last few hours, honey, you better get that bill, white out that important information, and take that bill, staple to your sign, and you better go out there to that corner, move down to that one, come back to this one if you need to. But let people see that you need help, real help, and they'll help you. Black America, they will help you. Talk to your ancestors. Thank your ancestors. I know we give all the credit to Jesus and God and our higher power and stuff. Can we please add our ancestors somewhere in our gratitude? Can we please give our ancestors a little bit of forgiveness? Can we do that? Because nobody ever knew or contemplated or even believed that white America would be this cannibalistic against Black people. Nobody ever believed it. Nobody ever believed it'll happen again. But here, the scientists are telling us, our mentors are telling us, our scholars are telling us that history do repeat itself. What do y'all asses just think this ain't gonna happen again? What make you think it won't happen again? Tell me what. What could possibly make you, Black America, think that you won't end up in a new enslavement? Not just physical, not just mental and intellectually, spiritually. I mean physical. Nothing. Just your dedicated ignorance tells you that. Our dedicated ignorance keeps us in that illusion of inclusion. And we think we equal with everybody else, just like everybody else was and stuff. They thought that they was wow, you something else, dude. I'm gonna put your ass in detention. You keep on. But everybody thought that, white was right, and we go with the white way and stuff, we'll be okay too. But that's not true for us, Black Americans. We got a whole different alignment from white America. Y'all keep trying to put yourselves parallel right there with white America, and it don't work. Everybody in this country that's done came over here now, all these people crying and complaining and stuff, they came over here with the same mindset, the like mindset of white folks. And now a lot of their asses came over here wicked anyway. You came over here wicked anyway. You snuck your ass in here. And now everybody want Black America to get up, come out, fight with us. We ain't fighting for nobody no more. I stand with my people. We ain't fighting for nobody no more. First of all, when your ass snuck over here, you should have been the first one slinking back. You should have been the first. Well, I've been there for 90 days. I done enjoyed this and enjoyed that. Let me ease on back, where I'm supposed to be at. But now you ease your ass over here, then you ease the rest of them over here. Ain't nobody making fun of y'all. Ain't nobody picking with immigrants and stuff because y'all got to go. Because you came wicked. You came here wrong. Now you want Black folks to stand up for you doing wrong? It don't even work like that. It don't even work like that. And then I want to say about the video that I seen. I seen it. I think I shared it with y'all. Maybe not. But the husband, he was a husband because he said they got his wife and his daughter. They were gone. They done got his wife and his daughter. Why did his ass take out running? Why did he take out running? Some of y'all might have seen it. Why did he take out running? Asking anybody to come and get him, to come and help him. Telling folks, they got my wife, they got my daughter. I ain't got but $300. Please come and get me. Why? Why didn't you take your ass with your wife and your daughter? What's here? What else is here that you got to run the other way? Shouldn't you be running with your wife and daughter to make sure they are safe, that they get where they got to go together? Didn't you? Ain't you supposed to be with them? Didn't you say to life do us apart? Is it more kids here? Is it more kids here? Because if that's the case, you should have said, hey, we going together and we're going to make sure they bring the rest of our kids to us. It just seemed to me like it's a whole bunch of fighting for the wrong. Fighting for the wrong. That's just how I see it and stuff. You know, and I know a lot of folks feel like, no, they got the right to be here, faith. They got the right. Well, they should have brought their ass over here the right way. You go help them then. You go out there and protest for them then. Because all the protesting we needed help with, it was an illusion. Those that did come out and help in the protests and stuff, as far as I can see, were just there held to march our asses forever and ever this way and that way and that way. And, you know, I'm kind of disgusted by all of that myself. Because, you know, when I look out at things and stuff, I didn't know that the Black Panther Party left us their blueprint for patrolling our own communities. I didn't know that. When I was out, you know, supporting the defund the police, I thought that our initial, our end goal was to help Black America learn how to patrol and protect our own communities. But we still ain't protecting our own communities. We still ain't patrolling our own communities. Our own communities are still at war. So much violence in them. Gun violence, domestic violence, familial violence. Because we ain't even in our communities like that to watch. To watch and be there to help, assist. We ain't in those positions in our communities. You know? So I'm like, shit, you know, at this point in time and stuff, I think everybody need to go get our shit back. Not just our artifacts from the museums and stuff, but our blueprints, the rough drafts. I seen New Era Detroit. They do be patrolling their community and stuff. Why come the other communities haven't taken that on? Who the fuck is Black America afraid of? Since you love white America so much, you trust white America so much, but you're still scared to stand up for your family, for your people. I mean, even places close to Detroit, where New Era Detroit is, you probably see them in the flesh. Don't you know if I see New Era Detroit, that's going to inspire me? That's going to motivate me. They are real. We all should be feeling like that. But see, we got this fear. We got this fear that we can't do it. We can't do it. And some of us probably wish they wouldn't do it. Why? Because it's going to upset white America. We already know this. But then, y'all, I digress, though. I digress, all right? Marie Van Britton Brown. Y'all, she was responsible in the 1960s. Could be 1900s. My writing a little funny. See, look. These right here is years. Years. I've been writing stuff for years. I didn't know why. But she was responsible for the first prototype of the closed caption TV. Closed caption TV. You know how you used to have the old staticky, you know, and the antennas and stuff like that. But Marie was responsible for that. Hattie McDaniel, the first African-American to win an Oscar in 1939 for Gone with the Wind. Yep, I never watched Gone with the Wind either. I think I tried to read the book, but it didn't resonate. But yeah. William Hastie. William was the first African-American to become a federal judge and being the first African-American full-term governor in history. In history, that's what it said. I wrote it down word for word. Henrietta Lacks. Now, we know Henrietta Lacks. Them motherfuckers still ain't righted that wrong. They still haven't righted that wrong. Black America, most of the treatment, cures, and, you know, that you get when you go to your medical doctor and stuff were used with Henrietta Lacks cells. Yep, that's how they invented all of those medicines and shit when they used her cells. Her cells were harvested after she was diagnosed with cancer to create the polio vaccine. And I think when her family found out about it, I think initially they didn't get recompensated. They didn't compensate her family. I don't know if they eventually did once it became, Blackstream News, Blackstream Media, once it, hit the black airwaves and stuff, what had happened. I hope they at least at that point did the right thing. But they ain't never done the right thing, so don't hold your breath. Then there was Robert Smalls, and we know about Robert Smalls. They made him feel that small, but he ended up being the 10-foot man in the whole war. On that whole ship, they made him feel that small, making him pilot and that Confederate ship called a Planter. but him and the black crew took it over. They took it. And they used that same ship in the war. Yep. And but this right here, he led the Confederate ship to the north, convinced President Lincoln it was a good idea to accept blacks into the army. Yeah, because even though blacks had went to fight in the war, they just had them working in the mess hall, or shining the shoes and the buckles and stuff like that. They didn't have them to fight. And black men were like, what the fuck is this? We are here to fight. We came here to fight, man. Why they got us in here working in the mess hall? We came here to fight the war, man. We here for a reason. Why they got us shining buckles and stuff? So it just said right here, Robert Smalls was one of them. He wasn't the only one, though, that convinced President Lincoln and, others to let black men fight. And when black men did fight, honey, we won the wars, won all the medals. That's why the United States discontinued that Purple Heart, I believe. Them 3 Purple Hearts was won by black men, 3 black men. And I think that's when they said, oh, shit, fuck it, we ain't even going to do no more Purple Hearts. But the thing about it is the other countries thought it was a magnificent idea, and they started making medals and stuff, distinguished medals and stuff for their most bravest soldiers who went above and beyond. Because all soldiers are brave. I forgot who said that, but they said all soldiers are brave for even going to sacrifice their lives, knowing that you might not come back. You go to that war, you might not come back. So yeah, all of them are brave, but those that went over and beyond, the black men and stuff, they won those 3 Purple Hearts, and the United States were like, we ain't doing this shit no more. But then when other countries started doing it, I think that America resumed it. They should have. I mean, what's wrong with saying, hey, we made a mistake? Ain't nothing wrong with saying, hey, I made a mistake. If I find out that white America is not the root cause of black America's dedicated ignorance, in other words, self-hate, then I'll let y'all know, hey, I've been wrong this whole time. White folks ain't the reason why we hate each other. I will. I admit to it. Why not? Shit. And then, Charles Smalls wrote the legislation that gave the country and South Carolina the first free public school system. See, when I read about him in the other book, I didn't know about the first free public school system. Yep. And then we have Claudette Colvin. Y'all know Claudette Colvin was actually before Rosa Parks. Before Rosa Parks, a 15-year-old Claudette had been dragged off the bus by Montgomery police. Yep, Claudette Colvin. And even though I had wrote it down, I don't think I did any research on her name because I would have wrote it here. But I learned that, well, why didn't this happen with Claudette? But that she was allegedly a teenage mother. She had gotten pregnant, and they didn't feel like that was the right, view to put before the people. Go figure, right? Matthew Henson. Matthew was the first person to reach the North Pole and the first black person to be recognized as a real explorer. And these are whole stories here. Yeah, I get the rambling and talking and stuff, but once I look up all of these right here, I will be doing some more on them. And these are actually some of them that are in our book that we just finished reading. There was Ruby Bridges. Ruby Bridges, we read about her in this book. She was the first black child to attend an all-white kindergarten school, all-white school, and had to have escort from the U.S. Marshals. Now, Ruby Bridges, that's the only movie that I bought on YouTube, for my grandbabies and stuff, but I still got it. And when I watched the movies and stuff, white folks were so evil to that little girl. I mean, to Ruby Bridges, she stopped eating food. Because white folks, as they was escorting her into the school, white folks with their evil, clamorlistic asses was standing on the sidelines hollering at that baby. Oh, we'll hang you. We hate you. Go home while you're here. I'm going to poison you. And they were saying all of this to this little bitty, small, innocent, brave black girl. And so eventually she stopped eating. She wouldn't eat no more. She wouldn't eat at school. She wouldn't eat the food that her mama prepared for her. her mother had to go to the store and get foods that was wrapped up. And if she knew that it was being prepared in the stores and the kitchen, she probably wouldn't have ate that either. But see, she got her like chips and, sodas, I guess, stuff that she could feel safe with eating. But they had to find out why she wasn't eating. And to come to find out, she was worried and always thinking about the threats that them grown-ass white people was telling her when they were walking her safely into the school, And then, can you imagine? And then white folks came into school and just yanked their little boy out. Come on here, we're leaving. Come on, we're leaving. But see, time went on and stuff. And Ruby stayed in school by herself. Yep. In the movie. Watch the movie. I ain't read the book, but I watched the movie. She was in school by herself. And then I guess eventually white folks were like, oh, hell, shit, we're sending their ass to school tomorrow. But don't you play with that little black girl. Don't you talk to her. So when everybody did get back into the schoolroom, I imagine it was uncomfortable all over again for Ruby. How many years, nights, how many nightmares did she suffer thinking about, oh, was that your mama that was saying she'll hang me? Was that your mother saying that she was going to poison my food? But see, we kept us, our children, our loved ones in these spaces. And we made us deal with them. We made us deal with them. That was the reality. And that's what it was going to be, because that's where we were progressing to. We trap our own selves. And then, for us to be so willingly to trap our own selves in heaven, I'm just like, shit, well, I just want y'all to know, we all ain't going to be there together. I ain't. Then, there was Gwendolyn Brooks. We read about Gwendolyn in this book right here. The first African-American to receive a Pulitzer Award in 1939. Percy Julian. Percy developed a way of isolating hormones, and he created steroids in the 1960s. Shirley Chisholm is the first African-American to become a congressional representative in the United States. In the book when we read about Shirley, Shirley was a fiery one. Yeah, because nobody do nothing with Shirley. And her campaign was unbothered and unbossed. Shirley Chisholm. Katherine Johnson, her brilliant mathematician, her brilliant mind, she was a mathematician, a computer. Her work launched America into space. That she was on the movie Hidden Figures. It was in the book. She's also in the book, Katherine Johnson. The movie Hidden Figures, her and the two other sisters and stuff. And the white man that was going to space, he wouldn't even go. He said, I ain't going nowhere until Catherine is done. Until Catherine gives me these coordinates, we ain't launching nowhere. And they didn't. They waited for Catherine, and she did it. Catherine did it. So, that's why I said she launched America into space, because it was her computer mind. It was her big brain. Dr. Francis Cress Wellman said, we got big brains, y'all. We got big brains. We just let white America turn it off. Yep. Lewis Latimer. Lewis created the filament that allows electric bulbs to stay on as long as they do. Yep, that was Lewis Latimer. Yeah, I know. I've been switching my lights to the round lights and stuff. I don't use the bulb anymore. I don't know. I guess I'm evolving too. Or, just trying to find the better means also. And then when we find out when we doing stuff, just about everything was created by our ancestors. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine in the next 200, maybe 250 years or whenever, pick your own limit and stuff. People look at the world like, oh, white folks have invented everything. White folks have invented everything that we need, everything that we live. And what they talking about is the futuristic world. The futuristic world. It's anti-life, y'all. Charles Hamilton Houston, one of the legal minds that engineered the elimination of segregated schools in the United States. All of our people that put forth this effort for equality, that put forth this effort for us all to learn and grow and progress together, to take care of each other, to keep each other alive, safe, warm, fed, clothed. White America didn't do that. White America did not do that. White America has never been sincere to Black America. Now, everybody else that come over here, oh, they get everything. They get everything. They get what was ours. What was supposed to be ours, it goes to them. White America can show empathy, love, generosity, faithfulness, loyalty to folks that ain't even supposed to be over here. Hell, even the folks that snuck over here get more loyalty than Black America do. From white America, I don't know, hell, they your white friends and stuff. You start studying and see where they gonna be at. See, you can't challenge me. Go challenge your white friends, your white family members. You challenge them, you ain't even got to say nothing. Just put on Dick Gregory. They can be there. They can come over whenever. Just have it on. When they get to asking your Black ass, what are you doing with this? We're not finna watch this. Why are we looking at this? Oh, you changed the schedule. We're not going to watch Judge Judy today. No, we're not. I'm on something new now. And see what they tell your ass. You just see what they tell your ass. They might tolerate you for a little bit and sit there and listen for a few minutes. They might listen to all of it. They might even come back. But once they see that is your frame of mind now, that's where you are focused at. Oh, honey, they finna leave your ass. Then Black America, maybe then you will see we ain't got no friends. Dr. John Henry Clark wasn't lying. Dr. Claude Anderson was not lying. You think that because hell, you ain't showed them, you ain't told them, you ain't left out of that comfort zone that they got you in. You ain't left out of that mindset they got you in. Shit, long as you Black America stay in that little bubble, hey, you peachy keen with white folks. They gonna love you. They'll stand up and fight for you as long as you remain in that right there. But honey, when you go to studying more and learning more and teaching what you done learned and stuff, that's when you a problem with them. That's when you, Black America, gonna realize that hell yeah, your ass was hoodwinked. Hell yeah, your ass was bamboozled. Now what? So, I don't know. Yeah, go pray. I think you should meditate. I think we should all start meditating. We done prayed long enough. If Jesus, that white man, I see him when I close my eyes. Jesus Christ. Get your ass out of here, stereo. I can see him too. I have to tell my ass. I have to tell myself that I don't believe in them doctrinations no more. I do. Because my whole life, that's what I learned. That's why I bought that picture up there. He might look white because of the window, but that's a Black man. That's a Black Jesus on that picture right there. And I had to buy it when I saw it because that's where I'm resonating now. I'm learning now. I'm giving myself permission to think outside of the box, Black America, to think outside of heaven and hell. Heaven and hell cannot be the beginning and the end. It can't be. Your mind is just locked. You need to unlock your mind. Oh, Sarah Rector. Y'all know we got the book Sarah Rector. Let's read a little bit about it. She was the youngest African-American hero. The youngest African-American millionaire. And she is a hero. She's a hero. Your baby's a lover. Your little girl would love when you read to her about Sarah Rector. She'll probably be saying, Sarah. She wants you to read her from Sarah Rector. Sarah, her parents were Joseph and Rose. She was born in 1902. Today, it's Taft, Oklahoma. But back then, it was known as Twine Indian Territory. Twine, Twine, Indian Territory. Because Oklahoma hadn't been incorporated as a state. The town belonged to the Creek Indians. Sarah's great-grandmother, Molly McQueen, she was a Black slave who belonged to Creek Chief Opathileola in Alabama. And when his people were forced west of the Mississippi by the United States government, the chief took his slaves with him. He took Sarah's great-grandmother, Molly. He took all of them with him. So in 1907, when the territory where Sarah was born, Sarah Rector, the territory where she was born, it became Oklahoma. The federal government granted each member, all the members of the Creek Nation, a land allotment, including Sarah now. They were members of the Creek Nation now. So all of them got a land allotment. Sarah got land too. She was born. She got land too. But her parents had to get her land because she was a minor. She was a child. Her parents were forced to pay a land tax. Yeah, her parents were forced to pay a land tax on their daughter's property. And the burden was so great that her father attempted to sell the land. See, it was difficult to make them payments and keep it. So he tried to sell it. It was a good thing he wasn't able to. But he tried to sell it. But because Sarah was a minor, it was hers. So see, I can understand that. It was hers. So her father attempted to sell the land, but he was blocked by state law for minors. That's what protected her land. But check this out, y'all. It gets better than this. Since he couldn't sell it, her father leased it out to Stanford Oil Company after Oklahoma statehood in 1907. The new state drew drillers hoping to get lucky, and an independent driller. He struck liquid gold on Sarah's land. He struck liquid gold on Sarah Rector's little small allotment of land, y'all. Yes, he sure did. So, and after that, they were rich. She was the richest little girl, the richest little African American. She was a little girl. She was rich. She was wealthy. And it brought the family royalties of $300 a day. Can you imagine in the early 1907? Sarah's family, little Sarah Rector. And you know, you look at her little eyes and stuff, and you see the whole multiverse. Oh, you see the whole multiverse. Today, that would have been like $8,000 a day. Probably more, because I did this some years ago and stuff. But it'd probably be between $8,000 and $10,000 a day back then that they were getting. Her family selected Thomas Jefferson Porter as her benefactor because blacks wasn't immediately given guardianship of their own children. So when newspapers picked up the story, they were living in poverty. They were living in poverty still, while her guardian, Thomas, was making a killing off of her oil. He was making a killing off of her oil because he could. Because he could. They couldn't do it because they were black, but that white man could. Always allies, ain't it? We've always had allies, ain't it? Sarah married a former college football player. She met in Kansas City, and they hosted Joe Louis, Duke Ellington, and Count Basie in their mansion. She too suffered from the Great Depression, which cost her much of her fortune. She died in 1967 at 65 years old, and she was buried in Taft, Oklahoma. That's Sarah Rector, and we got her book. We will be reading her book. It's my grandchildren's book, but we just poured out some of their stuff. Sarah Rector. Yeah, let's just read the back of it here. Let's read the little, yeah. Searching for Sarah Rector brings to light the intriguing mystery of Sarah Rector, who was born in 1902 in Indian Territory and later was famously hailed by the Chicago Defender as the wealthiest colored girl in the world. I ain't read it either. I just had it in their little part of the library, but they haven't been over yet. Author Tanya Bolden sets Rector's rags to riches tale against the backdrop of American history, including the creation of Indian Territory, the making of Oklahoma with its black towns and boom towns, and the wild behavior of many greedy and corrupt grown-ups. At the age of 11, Sarah was a very rich young girl. Even so, she was powerless, helpless in the whirlwind of drama and danger that swirled around her. Then one day, word came that she had disappeared. This is her story and the story of other children like her, filled with ups and downs, bizarre going-ons, and a heap of crimes. Out of a trove of primary documents, including court and census records, as well as interviews with family members. Bolden painstakingly pieces together the events of Sarah's life. Tanya Bolden wrote this book. Tanya Bolden has written numerous award-winning books for young readers. You can get a lot of books, except for young readers. You can get a lot of books by Tanya Bolden. She lives in New York City. These are some other books right here by Tanya Bolden. Emancipation Proclamation, Lincoln and the Dawn of Liberty, The Dawn of Liberty. Then there's George Washington Carver. We got this. I don't know if this is her. Yeah, this is her. Tanya Bolden. George Washington Carver. Then there's MLK, The Journey of a King. We got an MLK. I don't know if it's her, but yeah, we got an MLK, maybe more than one of Martin Luther King. A lot of people wrote about him. He's the main one that everybody love to bring up. But they won't tell you what he said when he last spoke to us. Then there's Maricha, a 19th century American girl. Then there's Tell All the Children Our Stories, Memories and Mementos of Being Young and Black in America. Wake Up Our Souls, a celebration of Black American artists. Tanya Bolden, she's a great author. She's telling our stories. We must learn our stories so we can teach our stories. We need to be able to allow our children and let them know that it's okay for them to think and create, for them to envision a new world. This is going to be their world. This is going to be their future. We can't keep them in the dark and just now I guess y'all content to just let white America create and invent. That's not going to work for us. See, that's going to be helpful for other people. They've never created nothing that's helpful, progressive, liberating for Black people. And they're not going to start now. So, we need to give our children permission. We need to give them acceptance to grow into their talent, to grow into their gifts, their geniusness. Because they're geniuses. They're brilliant. They are the only ones coming from the cosmos who have the insight and the strength and the knowledge to create life-sustaining, pro-life inventions, creations, ideals that last for generations, that last for centuries. Some of our heroes and sheroes, they created and inventions and stuff that's still being used today. Organizations, devices, inventions, the street light, the refrigerator, air conditioner, even the spatula. You in there, you flipping your pancakes, your eggs or whatever, your bacon, that spatula you using. Black people invented everything that we need. So for us to think that white America or any other people is going to invent what we need going forward, they're not. They're not going to do it. We got to give ourselves permission to find and seek our personal freedom, just like we do with education. I dropped out of high school. You didn't. You went further and you got your highest education. And we're so proud of you. But now can we do that for personal freedom too? In my opinion, white America has gotten us to the state of mind where financial freedom is all there is to seek. Wealth is all there is to seek. Fame, fortune, that's all there is to seek. That's a lie. None of that stuff matters. That just helps you have a much easier life here. But the wealth that we seek is cosmic. See, we got to leave a wealth here that money can't touch. It can't be bought. Any finances, any fame you can obtain here, it don't hold a candle to what you can invent and create, Black America. So let's give ourselves permission to read, to study, to teach, to learn, to think for ourselves. We got to start analyzing. We got to start looking between the lines about us. Everybody else in this world, everybody else in this country doing it for them. Let us do it for us now. That's all I'm saying, But I know I've given y'all a whole lot today and stuff, and we should have just had another book to read. But I found another book for us to read, about our inventors and our creations and stuff that we have, because we are all pro-life for us. It's white America that has turned us against us, that has programmed and indoctrinated us, that they are the best, they are the superior ones. No, they're not. No, they're not. That sun out there is giving life to everybody. That sun out there is making sure everybody is getting some of its rays. However, that sun out there up there is giving most of its rays, most of its life-giving effectiveness to Black people. Not just Black Americans, Black people all over this globe. So just knowing that that sun up there is for you, and if anything happens to you, if white people were successful in their many attempts to exterminate and genocide Black people, the sun got your back, and the sun gonna blow this whole earth up. This whole planet will be smithereens. That's just how I see it and stuff, because once I'm learning and stuff now, it's all about us. We are the ones that were born first. We are the ones that were manifested from the cosmos. Why you gonna sit there and act like white folks was manifested by the cosmos? We don't even know where white folks come from. Hell, I'm not even sure they came from people. But that's just me. I'm not here to lie to y'all and mislead y'all and stuff. Now, I don't know, but I'm willing to learn. I don't know about white folks, but I'm willing to learn about their ass, because I'm finna study their asses now. As much as I see they've been studying Black people, now it's time to study their asses. See, I'm giving all my doubt, all my faith, all of my love, my forgiveness to my people now. To my people now. And I can agree to disagree with you. I still love you. You keep your hope. You keep Jesus and God and stuff, You just know, do your due diligence and just know where you truly going after this life here. That's all I'm saying. We'll talk about it more, I'm sure, because, I just want y'all to understand why you're here with me, who you with. I don't want to mislead you into thinking that I think like you, because I don't. I don't want to mislead you that I resonate like you, because I don't. You probably don't even love Black people like I do. You probably don't love our ancestors like I do. Because if you did here, you wouldn't have no problem understanding, or at least being open to understanding everything that they have struggled and suffered for us. So, I can agree to disagree and stuff. And at any time that you get irritated and stuff, I want you to go. I want you to be happy. I want you to just start resonating for yourself. If you got to go and see me somewhere else, then do that. I'll be around. But peace and power to the people. And I'm going to let y'all go outside and get you some sunlight, because, when you're in the sun and stuff, it increases your mitochondrial DNA. Yep, it increases your mitochondrial DNA. Yep, I didn't even know that Black women were the only one that had the mitochondrial DNA. So it's like, dang, is that what they after? We didn't even know we had it. But, it's all about learning. It's all about learning. But I love you all. Hey, Vicky. It's so good to see you, my sister. It's so good to see all of y'all. Yep, engine is code for engine. Yeah. Yep, it's power in the words. I didn't even know that. I knew as far as church, it's power in the word, the words that you speak and stuff. But it's deeper than that for Black Americans. Yeah, it's deeper than that for us Black people. You all run around talking about good morning. First thing you wake up in the morning, we cursing each other. We don't even know, the meaning of the word good morning. It was never a good morning for our ancestors to have their husbands still chained out there, tied up, beaten and stuff. It was never a good morning to wake up and your babies is still gone because the master done sold them. But then when the master came out, that's exactly what he said. Oh, you still crying, Ticey? You had a good morning. It's a good morning. You're still here, aren't you? Don't worry about them babies. They're with another family that'll probably take care of them. But she know what they were doing to her babies. you know. And now, you know, I do feel for everybody that's being separated from their families and stuff. But hell, try to be together with your families. Just try to stay with your family. When your family is being deported, you take your ass with them. Take your ass with them. Because that's your family. Ain't nothing over here that you want to be here for than be with your family. Because over here, you ain't doing nothing but being against black people, trying to be like white folks. Now you done got your asses over here, and white folks is terrorizing y'all asses. Now y'all mad and want to rile up and buck up against black people. Because, see, black people see the hell you came over here like white folks. You know, all I can say, shit, hell, you know, do the right thing. If you know you ain't supposed to be here and stuff, and you done got caught, don't be upset, don't be mad, just go on and go back home. Make it better over there. And take white folks with you. You know, peace and power to the people, and I'll see y'all later. Yeah, hopefully.